Another mic where we talk about music and nothing but the music. My name is Ru Aisha.
And I'm Big Dan, aka Big on Trends.
And yeah, welcome.
And episode 2.
Episode 2, we're here.
It's been a minute to get it locked in, but we're here.
We're here.
We did
it's
it
okay,
anyway.
We'll do better moving on from now. We'll be good.
There's a lot of updates since the last time.
Too many.
You know what I mean?
Too many.
So
I feel like we should talk about new music first. There's been a lot of drops.
There has been a lot, you know.
Since we recorded.
Honestly, I've just about been able to keep up.
Yes.
I
was even listening to some music before I got here, like trying to catch up because
obviously I was speaking to you on the way.
Yeah.
You see, when I start off like my train journey with a phone call, I'm just distracted with what music I'm listening to. Now I'm all over the place. I was listening to some Odumodu Black. I was just so Odumodu Black, but that shit was hard, man. That shit was really hard.
Threw it back. I was doing homework, man. I had to listen to some of the other songs on Drake's album.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into that first.
I listened to that album
first of all
like 3 times. I tried to listen to it like 3 times.
3?
So I can actually give it a proper listen, and I still felt like after like 15 songs, I almost zoned out.
Yeah, you're better than me. I zoned out after like a good 5 songs. Yeah, I can't lie. I was actually listening to the rest of it under duress because I was like, I need to do my homework.
Damn.
You know, there were some songs I had to skip after like 1 minute because I was like, I get the gist.
This is
on.
it. Yeah. It's not going to get any better. That's how I felt with that Heady and
What are you giving
album.
it out of? Oh, swear.
Yeah, slightly.
Which one's your favorite out of K-Trap and Drake's?
Of course, Drake.
Serious?
Just because it's Drake, like I'm a big Drake fan. I'm not the biggest Drake fan ever, but like, I would definitely pick the Drake album.
I'll pick K-Trap and Heady though. Can't lie.
Yeah, you know, I feel like a lot of people would, to be fair. But the thing with Drake is that Drake will drop an underwhelming album, but there's still songs that you enjoy listening to.
Yeah,
like,
they're slow burners.
How many songs are on like the Heady and K-Trap one? I don't know, but it's probably not even half of what's on Drake's.
Yeah, probably.
Do you know what I mean? So when you think about it like that, if we say 10 of Drake's songs, I ain't listening to it, there's still 10 that I'm enjoying.
Yeah, true.
I can't say that for the K-Trap and
I don't
Heady
know,
one.
you know, that's debatable. Drake's album, I can't lie, lost
You're saying
me.
it's pants.
That's why even when I went on his page and I saw like his top 5 on Spotify, like millions, hundreds of millions of streams.
Yeah.
On some of the songs.
Album?
Yeah, like Yeet is number 1 on his profile.
That's crazy. Yeet, I listen to Yeet. I like Yeet.
Serious?
I heard Yeet before Drake's album, like his last 2 albums. Yeet has got a very distinctive sound.
I don't know, man. I heard it on TikTok.
Yeet's got a song with Young Thug and Gunna. You need to listen to that. I'm gonna play you that. Yeah.
Is that actually good?
Yeah. It's hard.
I ain't get that far.
Yeah,
I did not get that far.
Him in. I feel like, you know what, Drake, he's always trying to put people on, give people more exposure, and loads of people that hadn't heard Yeet, that was his song, and I was seeing on Twitter like Yeet spazzed, you know what I mean? He did better than Drake on a Drake album, but that's actually Yeet's sound. Drake was hopping on other people's sound because that is what Drake does, and he's usually good at doing it. Let's go with what you're rating it though, because
I'm gonna rate it like 6, you know.
Okay.
6 at best.
I thought it was gonna be worse, to be fair. Yeah,
5 or 6, somewhere there. Like it's so meaty considering it's Drake. Like Her Loss. Yeah. When I heard Her Loss, this was the time I was even. This was the time when I was even recovering from surgery, and I went and I listened to the whole album. I was like, damn, like this is some good shit. Like
that was hard.
You know when you're just adding to playlists, add to light songs.
You know when you get to that point, you're just like, okay, let me download the whole thing.
Exactly.
Because the playlist is just going to be all Drake and 21. It's not really a playlist anymore.
8 songs on my liked songs. I was like, I like this album. And even still now, I still listen to a lot of songs like that. It just has that first impact. I don't know, should you have to listen to a song 5 times to really get it?
Definitely shouldn't.
Because like when Roddy Ricch dropped the Antisocial album.
Yeah. Please forgive me for being
You didn't have to listen to that 5 times to be like, this is good. Maybe some of the other songs you'd have to listen to a few times and then you'll take it in. But in the beginning, no, I didn't feel like that at all. And I just don't feel like this album from Drake had that same effect at all.
I feel like I would compare it to, I'm only going to compare it to Certified Lover Boy because that was his most recent. Actually, it wasn't.
Album, no.
It wasn't. There was the other, what's it? Dubstep kind of rhythm.
Oh, yeah.
And I really like that one as well. I can't lie. I really like that.
I don't wanna. Is that one?
That's a vibe. I was on a holiday. You know when you want to dance and be at the disco, it had me feeling like that. But you know, it just makes me feel like when people were talking about Certified Lover Boy when it dropped, people weren't really rating that. Now it's just like when you listen to this,
but come on, that album is so good though.
So good.
Come on,
I always liked it. To be
I'll
fair.
still listen to songs off of that album.
Yeah, definitely.
Still to this day.
I feel like that could arguably be a top 5 Drake album.
Yeah, it
I don't
would
know
be.
if I'm wilding, but for me personally, I could chuck it in the top 5.
Yeah, it's true. But this album, it just didn't give.
Yeah, if we're going back to For the Dogs, yeah, I mean...
That's when we started saying, I want to take a break. I said, yeah.
Drake always says that, but never takes a break.
Take a break. You said I got injury. I said, yeah. I could feel the shoulder pain in the album.
From when I actually need to listen, when I actually have to look at the album to know what my favourite songs are, it means it wasn't that good. I would probably rate it maybe like a 6.75.
6. That is such a specific score.
It's not just a 7. I can't give it a 7, yeah, because I feel like it was a tad underwhelming. I wouldn't really listen to this
Offset's album is more like a 7-8.
Yeah.
Not Drake's album.
Yeah, I don't think this would be a 7, but I mean, it's Drake, innit? So if you wanted to give it a 7, I won't be like you're moving crazy, because 7 is very average for Drake.
True, it is very
album,
average.
Do you know what I mean?
Because usually he gets up to the 9s.
If we're giving him less than a 7, we're saying we could have done without this.
Really we could have done without it.
Do you know what I mean? We actually
he could have literally released, for me, I like Slime You Out with SZA. That song's a banger.
You know, Meaty, I was listening to a podcast. I think it was 90s Babies, and I think one of the guys was saying like, when 2 big artists like that, SZA, she's really popping right now, come together, I'm expecting more. And really? I feel like we're always just, oh, that's good enough. Really, that's good enough for you.
Nah, I
SZA
thought it was
and Drake
good,
come together.
Even lyrically, I thought it was good. Even the outro was giving Drake. Do you know what I mean?
When you hear Drake and SZA, that song should be...
January to December, that whole thing at the end. I thought,
that song should be as big as Snooze.
Really?
Do you think that song is as big as Snooze?
Nah, I think Slime You Out is good. Because, honestly, if you go on TikTok and you see the songs that people are uploading with their content...
See, it's always TikTok. Like, TikTok has ruined things.
But
TikTok makes things sound good, even when they're not. Like, that's what TikTok is supposed to do. That's why artists...
But you'll hear that song, you're not going to hear Yeet. You're not going to hear Virginia Beach.
I like some Yeet, bro. I like some Yeet. I like Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach is good. Do you know what? Virginia Beach actually took me
100%.
back to Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah. I hear
There's
that.
the intro. It kind of reminded
vibes.
me. Yeah. It kind of reminded me of Nothing Was the Same. I can't lie.
Virginia Beach was a good vibe still. What's your favourite song? Let's say it's favourite song or top 3.
Of Drake all time?
No, on this album.
This album. Slime You Out, number 1. Number 2, Virginia Beach.
Oh.
Number 3, I'm going to reserve it for this Gunna and Young Thug song.
That's not on the album.
Is it on the album?
Oh, no, that's a Yeet album. That's what I was saying. I've been listening to Yeet.
I get you. I thought it was on a... Oh, damn. Number 3, I'm going to leave blank, you know.
So only
There's nothing like captivated me like that. Even first person shooter, like everyone's raving on about it. But do you know what? I think there's certain demographics that appreciate certain sounds. And I feel like... Don't arrest me for this, yeah. But I feel like a lot of songs on this album, they go very well with the BMW drivers. You know, the ones that ones that upgrade the exhaust and the extra lighting and the what and the what.
You know the
yeah?
Arknars in Birmingham. Like.
Yes, that's what this album is for. Honestly, when I was listening to it, I was like, yeah, I can just imagine the Arknars would enjoy this, like fully.
Raw.
Yeah, seriously, that's what it gave me. When I listened to First Person Shooter, even Meltdown gave me the same vibe.
I feel like First Point Shooter, if anything, I rate it more for J. Cole. Because I've always said J. Cole boring, man.
But J. Cole, he's always been a lyricist.
Even though I rate J. Cole, but like he came hard on that, and he probably did better than Drake on that.
Yeah.
So that for me was just like, okay, that's why I'd rate the song. I don't even know if I'd even put it in the top 3, but it's definitely a good song.
Yeah, he came hard though. Even
I listened to the song with Party Next Door.
Yeah, but
you ain't really taking it in, you know.
I'm
giving Rue some homework because she gave me homework for the Heady One and K Trap. I'm giving you some homework on this one.
Nah, do you know it was good, but it just didn't captivate me, man. I know when I listen to good music, like when I first heard Super Slimy with Young Thug and Future. When I first heard it, captivated me. When I first heard Please Forgive Me, I'm Antisocial, captivated me. When I heard Certified Lover Boy songs, captivated me. Do you get what I mean? I shouldn't have have to listen to an album 5 times for me to really feel it. Do you get what I mean? How can I be skipping at 30 seconds?
Yeah, I feel like obviously as well, because there were so many songs on this album, yeah, by the time you even got to songs like the Party Next Door one, you're probably not even taking it in anymore. Because I feel like that's actually lowered down on the album. I feel like number 15, 16 or 17, something like that. What's my favourite one? See, look at me after. Calling For You with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
You know what Drake does? Not even only Drake, but a lot of artists sometimes will do it. You know when they switch the beats in a song, and it's almost turned into a new song. It pisses me off because I always the first thing, bro. Like, oh my god.
Either the first or the second, but you just want it to be its own song. Yeah, you don't want it merged into one.
Can I give you a good example? Like, you see, that Nardo Wick song that has Future on it and Little Baby.
Yeah.
Future's intro to that.
And then
Future's it was beautiful. It's a good song, but Future, I was just like, I need to hear Future just doing that. That was so good. But Calling My Name or Calling Your Name, I was banging that out for time.
Serious?
You know, like when I listen to an album, sometimes, because I knew this album wasn't going to be that good, I was probably just listening to this all the time. And then I would just turn the album off and listen to something else after that song was done. But the first part before 21 Savage comes, I really, really like that one. I'll probably put Party Next Door's one, top 3 as well, and Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Those are my top 3 for now. But
the fact that those are your top 3, I think, concerns me.
It's actually,
do you get what I mean? It actually concerns me. Obviously, I haven't heard the Party Next Door like properly. Like maybe I need to give it more of a chance. But the fact that that's your top 3 is like, it's not even significant to me.
This is probably Drake's worst album, like,
you know, in a long time.
Is it crazy to say ever?
Yeah. I think it's the worst
Drake,
ever.
Man. Yeah, it's Drake.
Yeah, he set the bar for himself so high.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I agree.
It's just, so no. To be fair, like, you could liken Drake's success, because I feel like that's a problem when you get that big. You're a victim of your own success. Yeah. You do so well for so long that people just have these high expectations. It's a bit like, for example, Beyonce. Yeah. Beyonce, the album that she just released just now, isn't really the same as some of the albums she released in like 2008, you know, 2000 and whatever. It's not the same. But there are still songs I could say are like, do you know what I mean? They're hits.
Good. I haven't really listened to
But with Drake, so, nah. But there's songs that you're not even gonna deep, like
Is this on Drake's album?
No, Beyonce.
Oh, Beyonce's
one. Like that song.
Was this the album that had Break My Soul on it?
Black Light.
I like that.
Yeah, you see, like there's songs you haven't intentionally gone to listen to it, but it had that first impact when you first heard it. You're like, okay, this is a vibe. With Drake's album now, I just have not felt that same, like at all. I haven't felt the same at all.
I hear you. I actually hear you. And even me, I can't say that.
Drake, good.
Bro, from when I have to look at my phone to tell you the songs that I like the most, I haven't like said I don't really resonate with it. But
it's the same. Even when Gunna released his last album.
Oh shit!
When he released,
how can I forget what would Pluto do? Oh, I haven't taken this album in bears. That's the thing. I haven't listened to that album bears like that. But that was a song that I definitely like. That has to be my top 3. To be fair, Rich Baby Daddy.
Yeah, Rich
Shake that ass.
Yeah, shake that ass with Drake.
You know me. I like them kind of songs, you know.
Do you see Charlamagne and you see Charlamagne and DJ Envy dancing to it? Yeah.
And they're definitely taking a piss because Charlamagne is like Drake's biggest hater.
Nah, they're getting on now. They're getting on, yeah. Okay. But Charlamagne still doesn't feel like this album is it. Yeah, he still doesn't feel that way. But it's all love though.
100% hear it. Like you said, when you're a victim of your own success, I feel like now people take away me saying, I don't like Drake.
Yeah.
What the fuck did Drake do, you see? Why is he coming for Rihanna? Did he defo come for Rihanna? Or do you know what song that was?
The thing is, people say this, but they also draw certain conclusions. And it may be so far away from what he's even thinking about. Do you know what I mean?
I saw it on the Shade Room comments. Someone proper broke it down. I said,
And some people were saying, oh, he's an incel. He's always sending shots. Yeah.
Who cares, man? Yeah. Who cares? Like, it's Drake, man. Fuck.
But to be fair, even what he said, he didn't say anything crazy. He just said people keep making it seem like I'm still stuck on you, but I'm not.
But he basically said the sex was meaty.
Yeah, he's basically like, it's needy, like, I'm not thinking about you like that.
And then that's coming to apparently relate, you know that Rihanna song, Sex With Me song.
Oh, yeah,
He's saying, it ain't amazing still.
That's mad analysis though, but I feel like you should do that for any lyric. Unless he says it himself.
And I feel like Drake always wants people to do that.
Yeah.
Because either way, that is going to drive up the sales as well.
Yeah,
it's just
like that, the Niggas in Paris intro is provocative. It gets the people going.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly that. That's what Drake does, and he does it well. So
yeah, true. That's actually so true. But nah, Drake, man, he could have done better. I can't lie.
Literally, unfortunately, we can't even go into much detail of this album because it's like, it hasn't even been interesting enough for us to take it in, and big Drake fans will be like, "You haven't listened properly, What? Well, we've heard Drake albums, and we know when it's good enough to listen to the whole thing and be like, these are my top 5.
The thing is, you don't have to tell people to listen to a Drake album. Yeah. It's so natural to listen to most of it, and if anything, pick up repetition of it through social media. Yeah. The fact that it's been so quiet this run, I feel like it's a big sign.
That's actually
already, and he's done the numbers. Yeah. Fair fact, but he's done the numbers because people are curious. Drake's dropped. You're gonna go and listen.
He's always gonna do the numbers.
Do you know what? I actually want to talk about that. Because you see how recently he's beat Michael Jackson's record of having the most number 1 hits on Billboard 100 or something like that.
People are hating. That really got me mad.
What do you think about that?
I just feel like don't compare him to Michael, because when Michael did it, he wasn't streaming. Like, okay, did Michael choose that? Did Drake choose this?
True.
Do you know what I mean? Like, no one chose this. He's just doing his own thing.
That's very true.
He didn't make streaming.
That's very true. But I think it is a fair point to say Michael Jackson had so much of a better reach when all these streams and Spotify, and, like, these are actually people going to
out of their way,
HMV or whatever existed at that point in time and buying a CD. That's so impactful. Do you get what I mean? Streams, you're just paying a monthly fee of $5 or whatever, and you have access to it. Even if you play it for 30 seconds, it still counts as a stream. Whereas going and buying a CD, like, you've basically committed to the whole body of work. Does that make sense? Yeah. I feel like that's a big deal. However, should we continue to compare people to what happened back then? Because it's just a different time now.
That's my thing, exactly. And it's just like almost like you're trying to take away his flowers because it's streaming. It's just like, if we actually want to have a proper conversation, who's the bigger artist or who's the better artist, you can say Michael. I probably would say Michael.
True.
Do you know what I mean? But I can't take away Drake's flowers. Like, as young as I was, just like when we were like 9, 10, we've been listening to some Drake, and he's really gotten better and better and better until the last 3 years maybe.
That's very true. And mind you, Drake is young, you know.
Do you know what I mean?
Drake is only in his early 30s. Yeah, is it 37?
Or 30? I think so. I think that's what I saw.
He's like in early 30s, you know.
No, he's definitely at least he's mid 30s.
Serious?
I hope I'm not wrong here.
Let's see. Moment of truth. When this thing loads. Yeah, he's 37. You're right.
Oh, see, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still fairly young, though.
Yeah.
Especially the amount of bodies of work he puts out as well. But that's another thing. I don't feel like Michael Jackson had to release as much content for him to reach the numbers that he got. Whereas Drake has put out a lot of bodies of work.
Because times have changed. The way we take in music, everything has actually changed.
The level of consumption is
so high. It's so... Look how much music dropped this week. Or was it last week? I don't think it would have been like that in like Michael Jackson's prime. So... I think we have to take all of that into consideration. I was struggling.
I was trying to keep up with hip hop. I was trying to keep up with Afro beats. I was trying to keep up with Amapiano.
I'm trying to hear what's come out the week before, and then this week Brent Fires has just dropped. So now I can't even even Offset's album. I took it in properly the other day, and I can't even say I took it in properly. I just know that I'm gonna come back to this because I was really anticipating this album, and I know it's gonna be good. I want to listen, but like there'll be them songs that I was anticipating the most, and the one on Offset's album is probably the one with Don Toliver.
Yeah,
and I've just been spinning that one. Working. You know when they do that?
I know. Swear
you know when they sample a little thing, yeah. I really do rate Don Toliver, but
that was a good song.
Let's move on to Offset's album because Drake's album.
We're giving Offset's album.
I feel like it would be unfair to give a proper rating right now because I feel like I haven't taken it in enough. But I know it's nothing less than a 7.
Yeah,
and I feel like 7 is very average, but I know it's nothing less than a 7.
Yeah, I would definitely give it like a 7.5. It was actually really good. Really good.
What songs have you taken so far?
There's a few songs, you know. There's a few songs. I need to get
Travis
the names
Scott one as well. You know me, I'm not a big Travis Scott fan. I really like that song. I feel like that would be lit to see live.
I like slow Travis Scott, you know.
Yeah.
Slow Travis Scott is really good. But yeah, I saved a few songs. Say My Grace, yeah, with Travis Scott was decent. Worth It, obviously. Don't You Lie was also a nice vibe. I also like, I can't remember which song it was. The one that goes, hop out the jump, I scoop.
Yeah.
About the jump, I
what was that called? I hadn't even gotten that far on the album, but I saw it on Instagram. Wait, is that Offset? It's an Offset album. Yeah, it's Hop Out the Van.
Yeah, Hop Out the Van.
And Fan. I fuck with Fan as well. Broad Day with Future. Skyami with Mango Food. Because you know we used to bang out that song in uni, him and man. Don't Tell Nobody. Yeah. That was a big one.
That was a big one.
He brought back some.
Now Offset did well, I can't lie. Shout out to Offset, man. He did a good job.
You
know, for him to release a solo project, and there's a lot of like eyes on him because although Migos broke up a few years ago, there's more eyes on him because obviously Takeoff passed away. So like he's just got a lot.
I feel like
spotlight.
he's become the bigger star.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, and it always used to be Quavo. It definitely always used to be Quavo. Offset.
I think it was only the Quavo took the limelight because I think Quavo is really good at choruses. Yeah, he's really good at choruses, but in terms of like releasing a full body of work for himself, verses and stuff, he doesn't hit like Takeoff, he doesn't hit like Offset. Does that make sense? Yeah. Takeoff is like number one lyricist out of the three. Definitely. Offset is kind of like the glue between the two, and I think Quavo's best at doing, you know, the main chorus, the catchy bit.
And he's just always he was the face of Amigos as well.
Exactly.
But what this album, when I was listening to it, I think it was Saturday. When I got towards the end of the album, it was giving me like Culture, the first one, Culture 1. It's giving me them vibes, and that's what I was thinking. Offset has actually always been the most talented. Like he can sing a little. It was just giving me them feels, and I think one of my favorite songs on the first Culture was Out Your Way, and Offset, I think, was the one who was singing that. Yeah. And that's when I clocked, Offset has really been the guy.
There's a lot of songs, even the one with Justin Bieber was so good though.
That was on the 2. That was on Culture 2.
Was it 2?
Yeah.
Culture
I saw
1.
someone play that on their Instagram story. I was just like, I need to revisit this album.
No, I always revisit music. I can't lie. Because for me, music just isn't the same. And obviously, I'm still trying to hold on to my uni years.
You know, you want to get that nostalgia. Yes. It just hits so much.
It hits so much better now.
That's how I was feeling.
Literally. Yeah, Culture 1. Oh yeah, come on, Culture 1 was like next level though. Let's be for real. That had T-shirt, Bad and Bougie, Get Right With Ya, Slippery. Yeah. Tell me what's the price? Prices.
Going up.
Yeah.
prices. Trust
me.
Yo.
Yeah.
Early Migos,
that album was a solid album.
Rest in peace, Takeoff, man. Honestly.
Trust me. But you see, Culture, when you first listened to it, it had an impact. You didn't have to listen to it 5 times to get it. The same with Culture 2, to be fair. When it first hit, when we were in uni. It still hit. Definitely. You didn't have to listen to it 5 times. You're adding songs as you were listening to it. Like 30 seconds in, you're like, I need this.
It was definitely like, it didn't hit as first as the first Culture. It was always going to be compared to that, but it was still a good album. And I think with Drake here, we're always going to give him that because he's Drake. That's the only reason why we're going to listen to it more than once. Because it's just like, it's Drake, man.
It's only you have to be better than this.
You know what I mean? You owe it to him. Literally, that because I never ever in the same week go over the album over and over again. Like, but I was, and that's what I'm saying. Because
it's true though, because like I don't know, Young Nudie could drop. If you're not captivated on the first listen, you're not gonna feel compelled to listen to it a second, a third, a fourth time. Yeah. But with Drake, I feel like I don't know, we're kind of like being held hostage. Do you know what I mean? Like you're listening to it because you just feel like you need to get something out of it. You need to get something because it's Drake.
You need to leave with something.
If you can't get it,
like you need to leave with that song where you can be like, nah, don't talk on Drake. You know that song is we can't really actually say that right now. That is a shame, to be fair. That wasn't actually that one standout banger. The one that's probably sells the most is like the one like you said, Ye and first one true. And it was they just went all that.
Have you listened to Buju's album?
Buju's album, I ain't listened to the whole thing either.
Buju's album is good.
There's too much. But the one with Heady, the song with Heady 1, there's always going to be one song
Pray?
that I listen to.
Have you listened to Pray?
I heard Pray. You
said, would you spit some bars on Pray, you know?
Pray came out as a single before the album come out, so I'd already heard it. And obviously you sent it to me, I was thinking, is this what you're feeling?
Nah, Pray was good, you know. There was a bit where he was spitting some bars, I thought, all right, Vijay, all right.
It's all right. I'm happy that people are actually rating Buju, because at some point, I felt like I was hearing Buju disrespect, especially after he did his show in London. People talking about like he's only good on like on choruses or when he features with people. Buju is a good artist. He's got a very like nice sound that not a lot of people have.
He
Or
does.
anyone has, to be fair, especially coming out of like Africa. So I rate Buju, but I do want to listen to the album. And there's another song. I forgot how it goes, but it's got a bit of Yoruba in it.
That's the one.
Some shit like that.
That's the one. That's Pray.
Is that Pray?
Yeah. Is
that Pray?
Had to pray. Yeah.
Swear.
I was getting them dick like
the state of me. I feel so disappointed.
Got some my windpipe. Told you not sleep on my shit right. Now I'm at the O2 past midnight.
What is this? He call himself BNXN.
Because he couldn't call himself
Buju Banton.
Because Buju Banton has taken the name, so he had to change it to.
Yeah, but Buju Banton is Buju Banton.
Yeah, but he just couldn't do it.
That's so annoying. Because what the hell is BNXN?
But Best of Me is good, and Mukulu is good as well.
No, my thing was I don't think it was Pray that I'm referring to though. Bro, I don't even know.
Can you even play it? What about this
is
one?
I Do Care and here Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea.
Yeah,
what about this
yeah.
one?
What song is that? Yeah. What song? What's that called?
It's Mukulu.
Okay, yeah, that was a vibe too.
Yeah.
Because I gave it a rough listen when I was on holiday. It was just giving holiday vibes, and so yeah, I wanted to take it in. But I've got it added. I got it downloaded, so I need to take it in, bro. There's so much.
Do you feel like he's underrated then?
I won't go as far. I don't know if I'd go as far as underrated.
Really? You feel like he has the ratings he needs?
Because when you say underrated...
That is such a strange question. Do you feel like he has the rating he needs?
You know, the ratings that he deserves. That's a good one, you know. You know what? After hearing some of the disrespect that I did, maybe you can argue that he's underrated.
I think the disrespect was unwarranted, though.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like people.
I feel
just
like
hate for
the show was bad though, from what I actually heard, because my sister went as
Granted,
well.
Granted, but Ashake's show was also bad. But you're not gonna take the you're not gonna take the concert and say I'm gonna rate this person based off of this concert. Does that make sense? Buju isn't. Do you know what I mean? He might not have the same backing in terms of like production and the team and the whatnot. The same Ashake might not have that. So you need to separate the two. Do you get what I mean? What songs make you feel good when you're listening to them when you're working or whatever? Because not everybody's gonna make it to the concert anyway. So you can't use that.
I feel like the only difference
the
is
measuring stick.
Ashake has given us very, very good songs and two
elite albums. Two
elite albums, though. Albums.
I guess.
And when you do think about it, Buju's best songs probably do have features. I will not
but
take
like,
away
for
ratings
example,
for
On
that.
My Mind, there's certain songs, that just
a banger,
hit
you know.
differently.
Yeah, that's a banger.
On My Mind. I can listen to that song on repeat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and his verse on Guaga
Especially when you're feeling sad.
No, that
Take
was
away
a good song.
all my pain, you won't feel the shame.
You know when you do a colours, when they do a colours to the song, that means that song was very good, innit?
Yeah.
That was definitely, that's probably one of his.
Nah, Buju is
five,
good. I feel like people
songs.
need to rate him a bit more. And I think he's single-handedly holding the Afro swing / Afro R&B joint. He's holding it
because that song with him and Steph London.
Exactly.
I probably like him mainly because of Buju.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And it's Steph London's song. But Buju is just a feature on it, but you remember it because of Buju. So I feel like he needs to have his flowers, man. And honestly, people hate all the time, but like, God forbid something was to happen to him, people would be saying very different things.
It's just like Mo
because they would really
honestly.
think, exactly, same as Mo Bad. But Mo Bad wasn't being taken in when he was alive and well and releasing music. So it's the same thing. It's like people just... they're never really satisfied. And I think Buju, there's not a song I've listened to and I'm like, I don't want to listen to this anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't drop bad music.
Seconds.
He don't drop bad music, that's for sure.
Exactly. And I think there should be props due just for that. The fact that I can listen to an album and I don't feel the need to skip it. I felt the need to skip Drake. I never felt the need to skip Buju's album. Any of the songs on his album.
I need to give Buju's album a listen as well, because even like my friends were telling me like, Dan, you told me to listen to Buju. Have you listened to the album? I'm just like, not really, Like, so I definitely need to take that one in properly. If you were to actually put Buju, like, would he be in your top 10 Afrobeat artists right now?
Afrobeats, yeah, he would.
Would he be your top 5? Probably not, innit?
Top 5, who would I put?
Like
My top
currently,
five.
like not all time ever, but like just right now.
I'll put Burna Boy. I'll put Wizkid, Ashake. This is not in order, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll put Ashake. I would put. I think Buju might make it to the top 5. Yeah, nah.
Okay.
I think he would. 5.
If you're putting him in your top 5, then I can understand why you might say like it's underrated. I don't think I would put him in my top 5 right now.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe Olamide, Wizkid, potentially. But yeah, Buju would be there.
Okay.
Buju would be there. He's someone I actually would say, yeah, I'm going to go and watch him at a concert. And I wouldn't say that for a lot of artists. Because I personally believe concerts are a scam.
To be fair, I wanted to go.
Especially after I said, oh yeah, do me a Shakir. I was saying concerts are slightly a scam.
Let's not do that, man. That was unfair.
But a concert, no, but this is my honest opinion. And do you know what? This is not the end. Ashaka is going to do another concert. I'm sure he's going to do great. However,
and you're going to go to it.
Yes, but that concert, the last concert made me question it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
I hear it.
you dress up, you spend money on a ticket, you get ready, you take your time off work.
I anticipated that.
You drive
so
all
highly.
the way to the event, and then something like that happens. Do you get what I mean? It made me put things into retrospect. I was like, hang on, would I go to all these concerts? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it really worth it?
Obviously, you're just going to go to the guys that you've been wanting to hear live the most.
Yeah.
Especially after you dropped a very good album as well. You're always going to go, even if the last one was a bit underwhelming, because that's how I felt with Ashake's.
But now there's the likes of composers. I actually would go composers. Kill 10 birds with one stone. You get me? Shout out to composers though. Composers had a great show. I think they sold out Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah.
They did very good. The music was good. The mixing was great.
Reviews, and I actually went to Composers. Was it 2019?
Yeah,
2020?
same. Yeah, I went to that one as well.
We both went to that one. Yeah. And that was really good. So I don't know why I liked this one, you know.
I didn't even know it was going on. I only heard
I found
last
out late,
minute,
but I felt like I still could have gone. But
people
I didn't
were
know
selling
who wanted to
tickets
go.
though.
If you said that you wanted to go, I would have been like, yeah, come, let's go. Because my boys weren't really on it.
But it was good though. And the venue was good. And do you know what? I have a friend who's a musician, and he was actually asking this question on the TL, like, why are so many events now all of a sudden happening at Royal Albert Hall? Because it was always known as like a classical music venue or like an orchestra venue.
It just looks like a certified venue. Like it looks better than your Brixton as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
but whatever's changed with their management or whatever, they're doing a great job.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that they're having podcasts there.
Is that where Digga D did his show?
Yeah.
Was it there as well?
Yeah. My friend actually played for him, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. He played for him. So yeah, that was decent. Royal Albert Hall. Who would have known?
Yeah, man. That's lit. I love to see the Africans shining as well. I wish I went to Composers, but shouts to them. They did their thing on that.
100%. So, I had a question.
Sorry, this guy's belling me off, man. Go on, like, under the mic right now. What's wrong with you, bro?
Who's calling you?
Deej.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell him we're busy, man. We're hustling. In the stew.
We're in the stew, man. Cooking up.
Cooking up. But yeah, I wanted to ask, going back to Drake here.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Drake has solidified himself as the top 10 or the top 20 artists of all time? Hip hop.
1000%. Top 10.
100%.
Hip hop?
I think so. I think even all time, take away hip hop, all time.
Do you know what I mean? Top 10 all time,
I'll put
him up there for sure.
100%.
Yeah. Obviously, it's just, after saying this, after you dropped that album, it's just like, come on, guys. But it's just like, you can't forget everything
you can't forget everything else, no.
Yeah, you know
and
I
I think that's the problem also with cancel culture is like one person releases one body of work that isn't that great and now they say that person's
not
shit.
that great.
I don't think that's even fair.
Overrated.
Yeah. Drake took me through college, you know. Took me through college, uni.
Back end of secondary school. Back end? Like, what we talking back end? Like,
Drake has been doing the work, man. He's
So,
been doing the work. And still, a lot of songs I listen to now, they bring me that nostalgic feel. Not a lot of artists can do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's giving Usher, it's giving Beyonce, it's giving
Drake still does
Jay-Z,
it.
it's giving Kanye West. It's up there with the greats. You can't say that about a lot of people.
100%.
You can't at all.
100%. Drake is one of them.
Have you heard Young Thug's recent song?
The single? Not really.
You haven't? You need to listen to it, you know, from a man. Do you know what? I don't know what it is, about like Jail Thug. I don't know whether he's selecting these songs from jail or like these songs were like pending before you got arrested, But it's like he's gone back to old Thug. Business is business. I felt like was a glimpse of old Thug. This song From a Man was giving me old Thug. Not any of that punk stuff we were hearing, or even there was that album he had with Slime Life Records. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. There was this album. Which one?
Is that not his album?
Slime Language.
Yeah, Slime Language too.
Slime Language, Young Stoner Life. Sorry, Young Stoner Life. Yeah. It wasn't any of that. It was like.
And that was 30 as well.
Back then. It was like back then Thug.
Well, you're saying this single is that good?
Yeah, this single is good. You need to listen to it. You actually need to listen to it. I was like, this is old Thug, man.
So that one there is also added to the playlist that I just haven't taken in.
You haven't taken
Bro.
Too much content.
And that's that I like to take in the things that I've been listening to beforehand. I've still been listening to Slim's album since that's come out.
Yeah, trust.
I've been listening. I think we said we even wanted to speak about Fredo, because now that I've mentioned Slim.
Yeah, let's talk about Fredo.
Because they're saying he's in Dubai now.
Because of weed.
Because of loud.
Because of the loud back. Fredo, man. Do you know what, Fredo has spent a lot of time in Dubai, and I genuinely feel like he got complacent.
Yeah.
He might have been doing this for a long time, and now he's been caught.
Definitely.
Do you get what I mean?
We always were, I think we were even saying one time, like, something about UK artists sometimes. A lot of artists in general, but UK artists in particularly from what we've noticed, they get complacent.
They do. They really do get complacent. It's crazy because it's like, it comes across like they just do it as a gateway to get the money.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Like your Drakes, even your Offsets, like a lot of artists like in America, they make it, but it doesn't end there. They still
they love
do
it. They
the
enjoy
work.
it. Do you
They
know what I mean?
enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? There's a passion for the artistry.
Yeah,
exactly. Even Kabza the Small, guy I always talk about, Kabza the Small's work ethic is next to none. Dan, this guy gigs non-stop. He gigs in so many different places in SA, but he still goes home. He's in the studio. He goes on live. He'll even be previewing some of his songs on live just to get a feel of how it goes. Yeah. Like, he puts in the work, but he's already known as the GOAT of Amapiano. He's already known as the king, but he still puts in that work. Because why? Because he has a love of the music. The projects are never ending. That's how it should be. When you hear some of the artists here in the UK, you know, for example, I don't know, maybe Darko or something, or even Tion Wayne, they just want to do the hits and the hits and the hits and the hits.
That's so true.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, why?
It's like, they get the recipe, they clock that, this thing was banging. Let me rinse it dry.
Exactly.
Come on.
Even Russ. Yeah. Russ released a few hits there and then.
What's actually happened to Russ?
I don't know.
He's probably made so much peas. He's clocked that his sound is annoying.
Yeah, maybe. But
stay in the studio until you think about some new recipe and then bring something new.
Maybe, hopefully. But it's just like, keep doing the work, man. Lotto Boys. Okay, well, to be fair, Lotto Boys is a bit different because I think they decided to kind of break away from music for spiritual reasons. Yeah. But it's still like, do you know what I mean? You still want more. You can talk about love.
Let us know that you're still alive. Right?
Yeah, let us know you're still around. Hardy Caprio. I don't know whether it's to do with the business side of things. So a lot of people come out with all these long stories saying they've been, in mix-up legally because of their record deals. But it's like, you just want more. Do you know what I mean?
But Caprio's summer music anyway. Let's see what
you just want more. Young T and Bugsy, they've released so many hits. It's like, where are you?
Young T and Bugsy is a good shout, because I've completely forgotten about them, and I really, really.
But
like
you shouldn't, because they've released so many bangers. And even during lockdown, they've done their bit.
Good as well. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, is there a price on the creativity that now, once you reach that limit, you're like, no, I'm actually not going to do any more work? Is that the way that we should be approaching things? Now, people can't complain when we can't put together a top 5 female artist list, a top 5 female UK hip hop list. Yeah. You can't complain.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
You know, Kim K was right. Niggas don't want to work these days.
It's true, because once you've made it as well, once you put in all the work, and obviously when you think about guys like Fredo and these rappers that have been on road, it comes to, I feel like for them, they probably come to a point where they just want to chill. Like, they really and truly, they didn't become rappers because they love rapping. It was just something different to trapping, and it's legal. They can make their money and live their life in peace. So it's just like once they have got that bread, they can just chill off again and then maybe come back. I don't know how they think about it, but
I think I would love to sit down with an artist. Obviously, you know, God willing, that will take place. But I would really love to understand what makes people go quiet, because it may not even be just them deciding, do you know what, I've had enough money. Do you know what I mean? It could be the fact that obviously, like I said, there's legal issues with their deals or whatever. Yeah. It could also be the fact that when you release music, you put yourself in the public eye. When you put yourself in the public eye, you can end up on Shade Borough, etc., etc. And you might not want that smoke if actually I'm eating fine. All the smoke that comes with me being in the limelight, do I really want it when I've got my house and I've got my car and I'm comfortable? So there could be so many different angles to it. However, 100%. I still would say, as a music lover, I do really wish there was just, do you know what I mean? There was more to be done, you know? Yeah. And obviously, like, I don't know, Fredo was such a big artist. He was on a good run. Everyone was talking about Fredo, do you know what I mean? And his most recent album was super underwhelming. And I'm just thinking about it. I remember when Slim first come out, or when I first heard of Slim's music, everyone was kind of comparing them to Fredo. They had a similar sound. But why are they... Do they really have a similar sound? I just
when you
honestly,
first heard Slim, though.
When I first heard it, I just genuinely thought, do you know what? They're just liking them because they're two light-skinned niggas. Like, they just... Because when I first heard Slim, I was like, this isn't really Fredo. Like, he's actually his own sound. Do you get what I mean? Because if you want to liken and liken, you could basically put Russ and Heady One in the same category because it's all drill. Do you get it? Is that a valid comparison? For me, I was just like, I just want to put the light-skinned niggas together. That's probably a different part of it. Aesthetic is definitely part of it. It always is. But even me, I was thinking, okay, like this is different, because I feel like Fredo was the only one that was kind of having that sound, like 2017, 18 times. And when I first heard Slim, the only artist that I thought of was Fredo. So straight away, as music fans, what we tend to do is compare those two. But I think Slim is good though. Slim lyrically is really good. Even the song he has with Heady One, it was really good.
Literally.
Let's Talk Money.
Or like Timmy's Story.
Yeah.
He's a good storyteller. I don't know. That album's really, really good. Definitely my fave. One of my favorites. Do you feel like
beats wise, because obviously Slim, you cannot take away from his lyrical ability, but do you feel like beats wise he's getting enough?
What do you mean now?
Like the actual music, like the beat. Do you think that he records on?
Is the beat making a song, or could the beats be better?
Yeah.
You're saying, could the beats be better?
I feel like it could
100%. Because I was going to say, if anything, I rate him more because of what he's saying. So, and music nowadays, a lot of it has to do with the beat. So if the beat was even better...
It's the same with like Pot of Paper, you know? Like Pot of Paper, I feel like he drops a lot of gems, but beats-wise, I don't know.
I just feel like some artists, it's not supposed to be about the beat, and that's definitely Pot of Paper.
Or like a Kendrick Lamar. But we don't have that many artists to compare to like the UK. Do you get what I mean? So there shouldn't be so many artists that you rely on the lyrical ability. Like the beats should just be great.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what drill is though. Drill is definitely based heavily on the beats as well though. That's what makes it popping as well.
I wouldn't say so.
Really? Obviously the lyrics are important as well, the punchlines and that.
Nah, I disagree completely. Even Heady One, I'm telling you now, when I think of Heady One when he released the One album, I don't think about the beat. I think about what he was saying.
Yeah, but the beat too, man. I think you're just forgetting.
Nah.
With drill,
it plays a part, but like honestly, I don't remember it for just that. Do you get what I mean?
I hear you.
But the beats helped.
Yeah.
But I feel like, for example, in America, lyrically you could be shit, but your beat carries you. It's enough to carry you. Here, it's the other way around. It's like you need great lyrical ability, but the beats, I don't know what it is.
I feel like this is the point. I feel like that's almost a better thing, or that's something that UK artists do better than Americans, if anything.
What, being more lyrical?
Yeah, like the lyrics is what kind of makes the song more than the beats, because it's not every day you want to hear shit lyrics or meaty lyrics with just a 1000%. Really good beat.
But what I'm saying is, if the beats were up to par with the lyrical ability, like the UK would be on the next level.
I just feel like, obviously, but it just depends on your sound and what sort of music that you're making. Do you know what I mean? If Slim was making drill music, then you probably would argue more that the beats are really good. Because that's why I say with drill, the beats is a very big part of drill music. Whereas he just does like trap music.
Yeah, that's very
true. So I feel like the lyrics it's got to be up there, and he delivers it quite well.
Yeah, that's very true.
So,
but speaking on Fredo though, obviously the streets say he's gonna be in pen for another 2 to 3 years.
Hopefully he makes some good music whilst he's in there, man.
That's what I'm saying. Do you feel like he's gonna be able to come back after that?
Yeah.
You think so?
Come back. When you say come back as hard as now, like the anticipation. It just depends, because if you come back,
for example, yeah, Offset went to prison for a while. Offset went to prison in his prime. And obviously, fair enough.
Would you say he went to prison in his prime?
I think it was his prime.
When Offset was in prison? When was he in prison?
1,000%.
He was in prison when Migos were on their uprising. I can't say that was his prime. This is his prime.
Nah, it's not.
No, this is his prime, man.
He was gone for, I think, a part of Migos' prime. He came back and he supplemented it. But had he been on the ground during that time, but obviously he's a bit different because he had other people to hold. Yeah, I was about to say
it's a group.
Whilst he was in,
and Culture came, and that's Migos' best ever album, and Offset was a big part of that.
I don't think he can. You know, I want to believe he will, but I don't think he will.
Who, Fredo?
Yeah, because I think he's not that hungry now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I just feel though, when you stop dropping music, and like you said, because it's UK, we don't have a hell of artists like that. We're not always going to forget. And obviously, they're saying he's going to be in there for 1 year, 2 years. Let's just see, because I feel like he might even come out after a year.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's going to be like.
They did say they reckon his sentence might be a bit lighter because obviously he's high profile and all of this stuff. So that could pay.
Let's say if he was to come back and he was to come back with a hunger, then I have no reason to believe why he can't. Because with Slim, he went to jail when he just started popping. And he's come back and he shot an album, and I feel like people are taking him in again and now comparing him to Fredo like I am, do you know what I mean? And saying right now he's better. He's definitely better. So if Fredo comes back,
I don't know. I question it, you know. I question it. I can't think of any significant song that's taken place in the last 2 to 3 years. But it's no fault of his. Maybe he just hasn't wanted that because he's got a comfortable life for himself.
Yeah. Do
you know what I mean? He's not struggling.
And the approach that he gives us is that he's very chill. He doesn't always like being in the limelight. He wants to drop some drippy pics.
He does things when he feels like doing things. Like it's on Fredo's time, which is fair. There's no issue with that. But in terms of coming back to the level that he was on before, can he really do that? I don't know, you know. I'm
just remembering that video of when he said he ain't saying sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, pussy.
Fredo does what he feels like doing. But I respect it though. No, I respect it.
I love it when artists have a just I don't give a fuck attitude, like fuck cancel culture. Like this is me, this is what you get, man.
Well, actually, speaking of which, have you heard Kodak Black's Drink Champs interview?
Heard it.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
What?
I can't listen to that now, I'm joking.
Kodak was on some next level, but he did make some very valid points regarding 21 Savage, to him anyway. Yeah. His own points. He was basically saying that 21 Savage, obviously, he got an album with Drake, and now he's switched up, and now the love isn't the same. Like before, they used to, like, you know, get on very well. They used to fuck with each other. Yeah, and now it's not the same. Did you see 21 Savage's response?
Had a cat.
He said hella cat, but he also released a video, 4-minute video. You didn't listen to it?
No, I ain't seen that video.
Oh, actually, I can play this because it's not gonna flag, is it?
Okay.
It's not gonna flag, but cool. Yeah, 21.
Oh, he dropped a video. Okay, I want to hear this.
21 Savage was not agreeing at all. He was not agreeing at all. I'll show you. This is it. I hope this plays.
When they asked you Future 21, all you had to do was say Future. That's all. Like, why the hell you always dragging shit, trying to make it seem like we got a problem or it's just deeper than what the fuck it is, bro? It ain't nothing, bro. Let it go. Like, make your money. You free now. We all go through shit. You always trying to bring up the fact that you went to jail and shit. Like that shit just mean like you deserve shit more than the next nigga. Like, every nigga who ever went to jail, this is what I want y'all to know. Just cause you went to jail, the world don't owe you nothing, bro. Like, you don't deserve more than anybody else because you went to jail.
Speaking facts, I 100% agree with that.
Everybody go through problems. Everybody have problems in life. Y'all niggas stop acting like the world owe y'all some shit because y'all went to jail, gang. Like, what the fuck be wrong with y'all? Alright, cool.
He keeps going.
All you had to do was say Future. Like, I picked Future over Savage. You go into this deep ass motherfucking explanation. Cause goddamn, when Savage got down.
Oh, he's taking the piss.
Down with Drake, he started acting funny. What the fuck? What changed? Because I said I felt like I beat everybody who went on the first one. I'm supposed to feel like that, nigga. I I ain't no bitch, nigga. I ain't finna say no nothing, nigga. One thing I ain't finna ever do in my life is say a nigga can beat me in a fight. Beat me at nothing. I'm not saying a nigga, I don't give a damn if they put me in the ring with Shaquille O'Neal. They put me on a basketball court with motherfucking Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. I still feel like I can win. I feel like I could beat Michael Jordan at basketball, nigga. That's just how I was raised. That's how I feel.
Okay.
The fuck? Y'all niggas be getting y'all feelings about anything. Like, nigga, it really be sounding like you just, like, I don't know, like you.
He's pressed, man.
Shit,
yeah, she was gonna say that.
Even the ending, hear the end. Let me even, Chris.
Shut up sometimes, nigga. Go get yourself together and just live your life, nigga. Like, why the fuck do you gotta go into deep ass explanations and shit every time my name come up? Like, where they do that at? Like, what the fuck? I can't switch up on no rapper. Like, I don't even fucking know you like that. We didn't grow up together. We never went through nothing together. Like, how the fuck can I switch up on you? Niggas switch up on they friends and shit. Like,
oh my god.
Trust.
He's speaking properly though.
Fuck out you, screen free you, cause I fucked it with you. But you just start acting weird, nigga. And we don't got the same morals, nigga. You not my type of nigga anyway. The fuck, nigga. Y'all niggas will let money switch, like change y'all, like.
Yeah, he made that song with 6 9
the most weirdest shit and be like, shit, they pay me, goddamn. Woo. Nah, I ain't that type of nigga. I stand on what I stand on. Can't no amount of money make me do.
Stand on business.
I can't do it. I won't go against what I believe in.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't disagree with one thing.
Strong response though.
One thing though is that Kodak is a better artist than 21 Savage, hands down.
Really?
Oh, 1000%.
Are you serious?
Oh, what, you playing 21 Savage over Kodak?
I don't know, you know.
You're talking about artists, we're just talking about artists that carried us through uni. Kodak
That
did
is
that for me.
so difficult, you know. That is such a difficult answer. They were in the same...
Kodak has more bangers.
Was it all they were in the same XSL graduation class?
If we do a
whatever.
10v10 of Kodak and 21 Savage...
I would need to do some analysis before I come to some conclusions, you know. Because I actually don't know if I would pick either or. I can't lie. I actually couldn't tell.
Okay,
21 Savage, I think, has kept a very good trajectory of himself. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's kept on in that way. Whereas Kodak, I don't know if it's the drugs, man, or what, but like, it's not the same.
What's 21 Savage's best album? I'm sorry, man.
She was too stunned to speak.
Kodak's got Dying to Live, and that's not even my favorite, but I feel like that album alone speaks volumes, man. I think he just is.
No, you know.
Kodak is like a one-of-one sort of talent.
Dying to Live is good, fine, okay. Let me look at 21 Savage. I think I might pick 21 Savage's best album, you know. I can't lie.
Yeah, pick his best album. What is it? Must be X. The one that's got X.
I think it's X. Actually, Savage Mode.
Is that the one that's got X on it?
Savage Mode 2 is good. No. Savage Mode 2 was good. Yeah, Savage Mode. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to pick 21. My memory's been jogged.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to pick 21. 21 is crazy. Running, Glock in my nap, Mr. Right Now.
Savage Mode, the first
Rich
one.
nigga shit, sliding, Many Men.
Savage Mode is the one that's got X on it, no? Yeah, that is the first one.
No.
I'm just starting on my ex, bitch.
Nah, that was before.
Oh,
X
Savage Mode.
It's an album. Oh, I'm looking at Savage Mode 2. My bad.
Oh, you're saying Savage Mode 2?
Yeah, Savage Mode 2. Savage Mode 2. 1000% with Metro. 1000%. That's one of my favorite albums of all time. Nah. What? Savage Mode 2 came out in 2020.
Yeah.
That song is clear, Dan. That song is a good album.
What, you mean that album?
100%.
Better than Dying to Live?
1000%.
No way.
1000%.
I can't lie. I'm sorry, but from when it's just like, we can't say Her Loss.
Don't forget there's Her Loss. Oh, you won't count it.
I don't think that's fair.
Okay.
Like, it's 21 and Drake.
What about Without Warning? With Offset and Metro?
We can't use that either. I'm talking about them individually as artists. This is my album. It's got features on it.
I'ma still pick 21, man.
That's fair enough, to be fair.
In terms of body of work, when I sit down and I listen to an album and I can add to playlist so many songs.
Really? Over Kodak?
Kodak has some great hits, do you know what? But like they're really quite like for like.
Guys,
but I think what
next episode we're doing a 10v10 and I'm winning that. I'm winning that. Kodak and 21.
21.
And we ain't doing. We're doing albums. We can't just be doing. We can't be putting hella songs with on Drake and 21's album on that 10v10. You know.
Nah.
We gotta do some.
It's okay. I'm gonna do my homework. Big 4L, nigga. Big 4L.
Okay. Well, to be fair, I don't agree with. I don't disagree with what 21 Savage said about Kodak. Kodak has been moving weird. You clearly look like you've been abusing drugs. Like and like he said, we ain't boys like that for you to be saying I switch up on you. We're rapper mates essentially.
Yeah,
we come out the same. We came out through the same year, and I've been on like you said, a trajectory, and you've been doing some weird stuff, man. You know what I mean? Fucking with Donald Trump. I mean, a lot of people just feel like you don't have no morals anymore. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's true, because to be fair, he did say, obviously 21 Savage was like, you know, you're not my type of nigga, like, you would do anything for a check, whereas I wouldn't. Yeah. And Kodak Black, in his Drink Champs interview, when he was asked why he got on a song with 6ix9ine, he actually did say, I got a meal from it, you know, who would say no to a meal? Understandable.
A lot of rappers would say no to a meal.
Yeah,
because it's only a meal.
To be fair, 21 was fair. He didn't say like you're less than me. He just said you're just not my type of nigga. Yeah, like, and he just said you would do this, I wouldn't do that, and that's just the difference between me and you. Do you know what I mean? Really? Just a difference.
I'm looking
at
these Kodak albums, you know.
You would really rate them like that?
What? You know, painting pictures. This album was so good. I haven't even said Project Baby yet. Project Baby 2.
Yeah, Kodak, I don't know, man. It's there, but not the same, man.
Oh, the drugs got Kodak's name fucked up, man.
I have to be honest. I
can even roll in peace, why?
Yeah, no.
What? You believe in Jesus. I got a Jesus piece. You believe? Whoa, nah, man.
Dude, Kodak is good though. Kodak like even no flocking. I will never forget no flocking. Yeah, no flocking is crazy.
We gotta run that.
I'm gonna have to listen to that one on my way home. No flocking was so good. Okay, cool. We'll do 10v10 in the next episode. And we'll do a good comparison. Yeah. Because I can't lie, I'm team 21.
Because 21 Savage is actually doing his performance soon.
I will swear.
November, I think at O2.
Oh, swear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this 21. Look at this 21 Savage fan, guys. But yeah, 21. I was looking at it like, am I going to go to that? I do like 21, but to be fair, if I know anyone that's down, I'll definitely go to that because I do like.
I think to be fair for me, my love for rap concerts is not there as much.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much they can
I'm not
do.
moved anymore.
They're not going to dance. They're not going to give a big
I've gone
production.
to too many Afro beats in the last couple of years. That's where my heart's at. Unless you're like one of my favorite
Afro beats,
artists.
they'll sing, they'll do the ensemble, they switch up the songs, whereas I don't feel like you could do. You're just mosh pitting for 2 hours. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
it's not the same.
That's when 21 Savage is probably going to run back all his best tunes, and that's where you can even argue that he is a better artist than Kodak or he's dropped better songs. So that's what concerts are supposed to do, and that's why they are quite important that you go there. And
21 Savage, I think is really good though. He's really, really good. But at the same time, I think it's hard to do like for like. I think for the same reasons that we're talking about, it seems like Kodak Black has been going through a lot. He's been in and out of jail, etc., etc. So it's been hard for him to maintain the same trajectory that he had when he first was on the XXL graduation list. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but me, I just go off albums, innit? I just go off albums. If I can listen to a whole Kodak album, maybe even two. There's Dying to Live, there's the one that said Painting Pictures, and there's Project Baby. That's just 3 albums, and Kodak's dropped quite a bit since as well. Even his most recent one, I was putting on my Instagram story the other day. This is Age 1. It only come out this year, I believe. You need to listen to that one. I'm gonna send you some songs.
You should, but next week we're definitely doing a 10v10.
Yeah,
I want to get to the bottom of
this. For that to be our first 10v10. I like that as well, because
we need to do a 10v10 and we need to let the people vote.
We need
to let the people vote who they felt
Stop
like
putting it on all our socials and everything.
1,000%.
Like, you know, I feel like I might even do a little poll tonight. Really, and just let's ask the people. Let's ask for opinions. I'm gonna be pissed if 21 Savage wins, and I feel like he will, because people don't like Kodak's personality. You know, Kodak's got a weird personality, and he
does have a weird personality. But again, I think for the sake of this poll, for the sake of this comparison, we should separate the person with the music.
I think we even wanted to talk about
good music,
artists and artists versus the art. Do you know what I mean? If we're thinking about artists that is affected by their dumb personalities and the dumb shit that they do, I would say Kodak is definitely up there.
Oh yeah, he is.
Do you know what I mean?
A lot of people are up there. Let's be
honest. There's bears.
R. Kelly is up there.
I thought that one was even a taboo.
A lot of people are up there.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, let's have this conversation.
Cool.
Do you believe the artist should be separated from the artistry?
I would say 8 out of 10 times, yeah. If you've done some R. Kelly type stuff, then if I was to say, yeah, everyone would say cancel me. But and I haven't even been a massive R. Kelly fan like that anyway. But I can't deny the bangers that he's dropped anyway.
Yeah,
but,
I don't think anyone can.
To some extent, I definitely do feel like you should separate the art from the artist. Yeah, definitely.
But where does the line get drawn? Does it get drawn at human trafficking? Does it get drawn at fraud? Does it get drawn at caught with cannabis in Dubai?
No.
Where does the line get drawn?
I feel like, yeah, we got to think about what most, especially when we're thinking about rappers, yeah, because rappers, they're just criminals. Listen, right, let's call a spade a spade.
Well, they glamorize the criminal life. Yeah,
so
fair enough.
All of the stuff that they do, no, but it depends on their level of criminal shit that they're doing. I'm saying, like,
but even the criminality, it's like you can go deep into it. Do you get what I mean? Like, for example, right? Heady One raps about trapping. With trapping, there's a whole life of grooming young people. There's a life of knife crime. Do you know what I mean? There's a life of impacting broken homes because of drug abuse. There's so many layers to it.
That's all long in that. Like,
yeah,
really,
of course, you can say it's all long.
Not
But
Heady
that's what
One's
I'm saying.
problem,
Like, where does the line get drawn?
Even
Do you
like,
get it?
I feel like a really
There's
good one
victims in that.
is the Chris Brown Rihanna thing. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like that just changed him altogether and how we view Chris Brown as an artist.
But he's still doing his own thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying he would have been bigger and the fact that we say that Chris Brown would have been bigger, if not, it's just that because he's already so big.
Yeah,
but it's just that there's a
lot.
lot.
You feel like he would have been like a Drake, basically.
100%.
But I think he's done very well. You know, I think we need to do some homework on the streams. Yeah, we need to do some homework. 100%. On the streams. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Imagine, because there must have been some time where he would have to go without dropping no music after that Rihanna thing happened.
That's very true.
So when you think about that, a lot of females in particular would have like kind of just thought, yeah, like, we're boycotting Chris Brown kind of thing.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what I'd say. 8-9 times out of 10, you got to separate the art from the artist, man, because people make mistakes, and I feel like when you look at them from an artist, and when we look at them as fans, we always think, oh no, that's so fucked up. But like us as fans, we've done some crazy ass shit. If I look at myself, if everyone knows all the shit that I've been up to, God knows if I was an artist. Do you know what I mean? So I always have to look at it like that. But when you've done R. Kelly low things, can't say them all you want,
but that's my thing. Is it just low because R. Kelly has caused such a big scandal? Because really and truly, maybe the impact and the damage that he's done is almost to the same degree as, you know, drug dealing or committing fraud.
Drug dealing comes from, when you think about drug dealing, though, you have to go all into history and where did the drugs come from? Who implanted it?
But I'm saying it still has that impact. R. Kelly is just very well documented. The impact is documented. There's documentaries. If you were to create a documentary about the impact of drug dealing on the community, we may be able to go to the same depths. It's just what we've been exposed to. So that's why I'm saying,
but
like,
R. Kelly was also making music
line?
about women and making love to women, and you got people locked up under your thing and that. Like,
but Heady One is rapping about Pyrex bowls and all sorts. Do you know what I mean?
We can't talk about drugs because as music fans, we be abusing drugs as well sometimes. As fans, I smoke weed, so who am I to talk about? I don't want to hear you selling that stuff. Like, that's only weed though. But let's get that clear. But yeah, none of that Charlie stuff. But do you know what I mean? There are people still doing that, and they're massive music fans as well. So I feel like when it comes to drugs, I just feel like that's a.
But I think for me, my thing is we can't draw the line based on what was the bigger scandal. I think the line should just be drawn on the impact it has on our society and what's happening right now in our day and age. That should be the measure. It shouldn't be, you know, just what's being documented. Do you get what I mean?
No, I agree.
It shouldn't be that. Because not always the juiciest stories are the ones that are documented. Does that make sense? The impact maybe just be as worse.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If I'm answering based on my personality, I feel like I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10 times you've got to separate the art from the artist, just because everyone makes mistakes. Some are not mistakes. Some you're just a wrong'un. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're just a wrong'un, and some are just mistakes, or some is just circumstance. Like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like and people will still spin R. Kelly right now, man. Like if I wanted to spin some R. Kelly right now, the only reason why I wouldn't is because I never used to spin him before I found out what happened. But if I wanted to, ain't nobody gonna tell me why you spinning the R. Kelly, because the song was good. I wouldn't,
because it just has a different meaning. But I think it all boils down to like what we accept in society. We're willing to say, you know, free Heady, but we're not willing to say free R. Kelly. Do you get what I mean? It's like, it's just down to societal standards of what's bad and what's not.
You're right.
Do you know what I mean?
And that's when it comes down to you as an individual. Do you know what I mean? What your morals are. And I feel like with music, when you got like a particular love for an artist before you know what their life is, it's hard to now stop listening to them. And that's why I say,
it's true.
Even if you say, oh yeah, no, we can't separate it, you will. You will. There's massive hypocrites everywhere.
To a certain extent, there are hypocrites everywhere, but I think to a very certain extent. But I feel like we should definitely go deeper into this and bring some more examples onto the table.
100%.
Because it is a deep conversation. There's a lot of examples beyond R. Kelly. You know, Michael Jackson as well. He's got his own.
MJ disrespect is actually crazy. Like,
but it's based off of where they want to draw the line.
I'm sorry, you have to separate the art from the artist when it's Michael Jackson. You got to, because really and truly, how much proof do we have that this guy was touching up kids?
That's what I'm saying. Where's the line drawn? Is it drawn on allegations? Is it drawn on whether the person is found guilty?
Proof.
Is it drawn on the level of sentencing?
It's about being found guilty as well, though.
True.
If you ain't found guilty, then ain't no way I'm going to stop listening to you because there were some speculations and allegations, bro. I need to see the full proof, especially if you're a good artist and I like you. If you're a media artist and then there's name and people want to cancel me for like let's say like a notes or something, like no more notes. No more notes. So it really just depends on how good. You better be a sick artist before you do some messed up shit.
How do you say no more notes? That's it.
No disrespect to notes though. Shout out notes, man. Notes got some bangers there, but
how can I could stop listening like to
notes if he did some crazy shit.
I love you, notes.
And if you're down to come as a guest, I'll absolutely have you.
Yeah, we'd love to talk about it.
Yeah, man.
It's been real.
On that note, man. Time to wrap it up then.
We're gonna come back, man. We need to go back on the 10v10 Kodak Black versus 21 Savage, and we need to revisit this artist versus artistry with a few more examples to discuss. So
definitely, man.
It's been real.
Thanks for tuning in. Love.